Hey guys, I wanted to talk about when someone take joy from your suffering. It's very wrong. It's very wrong to have someone suffer and you get off on it. It gives you joy to see someone suffering, to absorb someone's pain who are suffering. And for the longest time, I've never been vengeful kind of person who takes joy out of someone suffering, because I think it's very wrong. My family did not raise me to take joy of someone suffering. I feel people suffering. It bothers me, because if I cannot change the outcome, it bothers me as a person, because it just makes me feel I could do more and I have not done it. And I didn't. Sometimes I get caught up between right and wrong. I get caught up between do I need to get involved? Is this has to do anything with me, or what I'm dealing with in life is too much to take, and I don't want to take anybody else's problem, or I just, all these things happen to me. And the enemy inflicted so much pain on me and my family, inflicted so much pain on my mother. You put my mother in a grave. I started to think, my dad was killed as well. I just started to feel his death was not natural way of happening. You go through life and your clock runs out and you die. It's like natural process. I started to feel my dad was killed as well. This what I feel. This is what's going on in my head, because I just feel the enemy has been in my life for a long time. I did not notice this enemy until they made themselves known to me. You know what I'm saying? They made themselves visible. They wanted me to see the enemy for who they are. And then when I've been in this program for so long, and I started to understand how this program runs, they run from our suffering. They put us in a program to power a machine, and also to program artificial intelligence, how to think, how to feel, and stuff like that. All of these things that happen to us is very unjust. It's not fair. We are the only one who are suffering. You understand? Where the enemy is taking joy from our suffering. You understand? So what I'm trying to explain is, I never been raised to take joy from someone's pain. When somebody in pain and agony and going through life and through, natural process of things, grief, when you lose someone, means a lot to you. Someone is irreplaceable. Your parents are irreplaceable. You understand? It's your parents, they are not replaceable people. You understand? A wife is replaceable. A child is replaceable. You understand? But not the parents. You understand? So I'm telling you why. You cannot put the parents in the same hierarchy as your parents. You understand? They created you. They are, they come after God. The creator of things. Honor the parents. He put the parents underneath God in hierarchy. He put them in a pedestal. He put them he says he honors the mothers, especially mothers, 3 times in the whole Quran. I know you may not think it's a lot, but when it comes from God, it's a lot. 3 times we mention mothers, mothers, mothers. Then fathers once. You understand? to tell you the person you get your entire DNA from is your mother. It's not your father. You know what I'm saying? Your father, yes, it plays a part in your creation, but the mother, she's the one who implants she's the one, the carrier of the DNA. Understand? That why these wicked people, for the longest time, invaded countries, and stuff for the rape women and stuff like that, because when the child is born, they were born with problem. Because a child will feel, if a mother is going through distress while she's carrying you, the child will grow with energetically imprinted problems, because how the mothers had to endure through all these attacks. They know the enemy is very, very crafty, because they've done it for a long time, and it's not right. It's the enemy to take joy from people suffering. All these unnecessary wars because of resources. Look at problem in Sudan now. Sudan never used to have this kind of problems, but Sudan, everybody say, oh, Sudan is like a poor country. Sudan is not a poor country. Sudan has gold, uranium, and oil. You understand? So we have resources. We're more rich than United Kingdom, but we just corrupt. Sudan is very corrupt. As soon the oil company from Canada came to Sudan, the war broke. You understand? I feel they are playing part in of destruction of Sudan. You know what I'm saying? Siphoning of the resources and stealing and stuff. They're creating all this displacement of people globally. A lot of Sudanese now going through, seeking asylum in other countries and stuff when the country is rich. You understand? It's not a poor country. Sudan is not a poor country. But that's what I'm getting back to, people taking joy from the suffering. Sudanese are suffering, and these people who are invading the Communist Party of United Kingdom, Russia, and China, they're all benefiting from this, including the United States and Canada. You understand? So when you look at it, you look at what's going on, it's very calculated move of stealing, theft, piracy of Sudan's resources. They do not care about the people. They care what the people are sitting on, the resources. You understand? They care about the money they're going to make from stealing from Sudan. You know what I'm saying? There are how many tons of gold being shipped out currently while in a war? How many tons of oil being shipped? How many tons of uranium? It's just, my parents never raised me to take joy of people suffering. You know what I'm saying? It's unnatural. It's not normal for someone to laugh or take joy when somebody's suffering and feel no remorse, no regard, no mercy for any of what they've done. Everybody is replaceable. They don't think about Sudanese people or people who are going through life. But this life is calculated life. It's not real. It's manufactured. It's done by these people. You understand? So, what I want to talk about, I've never been a person who takes joy for people suffering. But that part of me have changed. I want to see my enemy suffer. Honestly, I want to see my enemy suffer because only fair. If they're willing to dish it, they'll be able to take it. You understand? Why am the only one who has to suffer? My enemy doesn't. You understand? It's wrong in every level to feel that way. I feel. This is not me, but I allow for that side of me to exist because it's a right feeling that you need to be acknowledged. Losing my mother, it changed me. And these people took something from me that's valuable, it can never be replaced. It can never be replaced. I can never be replaced. Nobody could replace, your parents. I've already went over that. But I'm just telling you, when they take something for you, it's irreplaceable. It'll leave a void in your heart. It'll leave a void in your being. I've never been the same. Gone through, substance abuse, gone through self, infliction that I've done, self-harm and stuff. I've done a lot of stuff like, intentionally trying to hurt myself and stuff. I could never accept help from anybody. Not Canada, US, United Kingdom. You can't just break people and you accept help from these people who actually done you wrong. You understand? I've never been like, no. You know what? Excuse me, I have to sneeze. I've never been someone who accept help from someone who harm me. You harm me, do not offer me, a helping hand. Do not act like you care about me. You do not care. What's broken is going to stay broken. I don't want you fixing me. I don't want you to intervene in my life. I don't want you to offer me help. The only thing who can give me closure when I see these people suffer the same extent, even more, that they inflicted on me or many target individuals, that would give me closure. You understand? That would give me a way of feeling. Honestly, if I see them suffer and I feel they're suffering, and I feel they're suffering equal what they've done to me, I think that will give me closure. I think will give me a way of turning 360 degrees the opposite direction and trying to put my life together again, healing, till that happens. I don't think I'm satisfied. I will never be satisfied until I see that happen. It's sad to allow this dark, demented way of thinking to exist, but it's justified. I feel it's justified. You know why? Because what they've done is completely wrong in many levels. If you think about this, I could list the things they've done to us, target individuals. Watching them suffer will not equate what they've done to us. Okay? So do not leave me a comment saying, I have no right to feel this way and should forgive, because this is what the Bible say, saying, and all of that. In my book, my Holy Quran says you forgive when you can. If you find it in your heart to forgive somebody, then you can forgive. But if you're unwilling to forgive, God judge. That's what the Holy Quran says, because God will reward you if you forgive. But I do not feel like forgiving because they've taken something from me I cannot replace. And I should move on, right? That's what you're thinking. I should move on. I should let go, right? Yeah, but I want to be just, I want to go to the high court of heaven and to receive a fair trial. I have not received a fair trial. These people want to pay you to make this problem situation go away. No. The only thing that can give me closure is to receive a fair trial in the high court of heaven. Okay? And that's the only thing that will give me closure, will allow me to heal, and will allow me to let go of what I'm harboring what I'm holding on, all this anger, all of this resentment toward these people. You understand? I want to say, I wish this experience have made me a different person, have made me a better person, have made me evolving person, upgraded me, have done anything, but it never did anything good. It just impacted me negatively. It made me accept that side of me, that this, I want to watch them suffer. Never, that was, before I was a target individual, that was never been any what do you call it? I'm trying to say here. It is any aspect of me. It's not a trait or something that they say, oh, this is who he is. This is not really, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is who he is, whatever. I've never been that way. Yeah, I feel people pain, people feel suffering, and I feel I'm normal. It's normal to feel that way. Feel like you want to help, and then sometimes when I don't help, I feel like, except for example, I see somebody who beg in the street for money or whatever, they want something to eat. I'm willing to buy that person something to eat, but I'm not willing to give them money because I feel some people are not really forthcoming. They will tell you they're hungry, whatever, they're going to go use this money for something else. So I'd rather buy somebody food than. But then sometimes when I feel the person is lying about their misfortune, they just want to, get you to buy something from them, whatever, I don't buy that person. But part of me, when I walk away, I say, if that really true, if that person really was hungry, and then he go, because out of this hunger he died, and I could have done, offer a helping hand, maybe to change the outcome of, what this person is going to encounter if I don't help. But then because I've been in this program for a long time, it's changed me. It made me, even with my own family, when they ask me for help, I feel it's too much. I feel like it's too much to carry. I just don't want to care about anybody else, but I want to care about myself. I want to heal myself. I do not care about other people. That's very negatively. I never used to be like that. If somebody told me like, oh, please help me, then I'll think of ways to help that person. Now I just feel like, I don't want to be bothered. I just don't want to be involved. I don't want anything to do with this. I want to care about me, my mental state, my well-being, and it's just my emotional, physical body, and it's just, I want to care about, my mental state. I want to care about me, because I feel like I've been at this war for a long time. These people never cared for me. They never offered me a helping hand. When I disclose I've been a target individual, they call me a mentally ill person. They call me, somebody's like, it's not really normal to feel that way, or they're trying to undermine your feelings, not to acknowledge how you feel, not to understand what you're going through. They're not really helping me. So why would I help that person? They're not really helping me. When I'm crying for help, no one is helping me. But yet, everybody wants me to help them. It's very lopsided. It's not really, it's one-sided kind of feelings. I don't expect people to always help me. I've never been a person who always rely on people helping me. I'm always been the person who give more than they take. I'm like 95%, I give, 5%. Sometimes I need help, But then when I'm being a target individual, I want to be acknowledged. I want somebody to say, I know how you feel, not because the right thing to say, not because they want to level with me, whatnot. No, because they feel and embody what I'm going through is wrong. You know, that's what's actually going on. I'm speaking from heart. I'm speaking from my core of being. What is done to us, starry individual, is trillion times wrong. So when I watch my enemy suffer, it would give me closure because I feel at least I've been acknowledged. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit ranting about my feelings. But, you know, my feelings. Nobody cares about my feelings. Nobody cares. But the universe cares. Because yesterday they told me the universe want me to know my prayers, like they want to assure me my prayers will be answered. Do not feel your prayers will not be answered or acknowledged. Your prayer will be answered. That means a lot to me. Knowing the Creator, God, the Creator of all things, the one who exists outside of creation, the one who created all creations, the purity, you know, God, purity, light, and vibration of love, you know, and complete and whole and everything good, you know. For the longest time, you know, since I've been a target individual, I've never been by myself. I've never been on my own. You understand? Now, I don't mean like in a room on my own, like when I'm sitting here now talking to you. No. My thoughts is being intercepted. What I feel is being intercepted. Everything I think about, they know. Is violation 101. It's not right to be in somebody's thought every moment, every second. It's my thought is in my own. It's my own private thoughts. It's supposed to be between me and God, nobody else. No human, no technology, no demonic, possession. No one has the right to my thoughts. You understand? I stopped creating because I know once I start think about making money, these people make money. So I stopped doing that. I just said, I'm not going to think about money. I'm not going to think about, inventions or writing or any of that. It's intentional. I've stopped that part of me, part of creative elements of my being. I stopped it. And I just said, I don't want to make somebody rich. So I'm in control of my thoughts. I don't think about inventing anything. And that's been great. I never been someone who create during the sleep, which is thank God. If I've able to create during my sleep, I know they've tried that before with me. I couldn't. I couldn't write anything. I could not create anything. Could not invent anything. Because when I sleep, I'm asleep. I am just like unable. I just can't. I can't do it. Do I need to? No. I think it's great. And it's just, this is a natural. When I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. That's God made that part of me not work, not function when I'm asleep, which is great. I'm happy with that. Being as useless, not being as, someone they can benefit from, that's what I want. That's why I stopped, creating. So, my thoughts are my own, are my own private thoughts, and I just want to be with myself. I don't want to be with people. These people in my life, they come in your life uninvited and they want to leave. because somebody they report to, someone they report to, that person report to somebody else. It's a hierarchy of things. What you see, all these people are puppets, all puppet on a strings, somebody reporting to somebody, and they all report to this entity. I believe it's a demonic entity they report to. Everybody in this earth, they're afraid of this demonic entity. They report to that person. I'm not sure it's referred to a demonic person as a person. Demonic is a demon. It's not alien. It's aliens. There's no aliens. There is demons. Jinn. So this person sitting on top is a jinn. Or I don't know what they are. I don't care to know. But so these people, and then these same people who get joy. You know who else you get joy from your suffering? Fallen angels. There's also jinns and demons actually enjoy when you suffer. You understand? Your suffering is like, it's like a happy tune in their head. It's like they love it. They get off on it. It just gives them great joy. Okay? So, I feel I want to take joy from the suffering of my enemy. That's the only way it will give me closure. That's it. But then heaven told me yesterday, my prayer will be answered. My prayer, and they want to assure me, my prayer will be answered, and do not feel you're not being acknowledged or ignored. They want me to know that. Because they know what I was thinking. I was thinking, God, when are you going to do something about it? When are you going to do what's happening to me? It's not just. When are you going to intervene? I thought about thoughts like that. You understand? It's normal. You know what I'm saying? It's normal to think that way. When you're oppressed or done wrong, and these people are living their life to the fullest, and they are controlling, oppressing, slaving someone who doesn't want to know them. I do not want to know these people. But am I willing to raise the white flag and stop fighting? No, I am not willing to do that. I am not willing to give up my sovereignty to no one. You know what I'm saying? God give us the free will, give us the right to choose. He gave us. Why these people, some demonic beings, they go by God's laws, and whenever it's like you will have the right to choose. I choose, bi'Iznillah, my soul to transfer to my forever immortal body in the heavens. My ever immortal body in the heavens. Not anybody else's immortal body, my own, no one else immortal body. And then I'll come back to earth, and I'm gonna have a lot of dealings, but we're all gonna have to have a lot of dealings with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to watch. I want to be in God's army to watch these people suffer. That's my I'm gonna get off on that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna walk off when I see that happen. But God with me. I am with God. I am one with the Creator. I am one with the universal vibration and light. I am one with God. So you have to understand that. Be one with the God. Put God above your needs. Put your align yourself for everything is good. My brother told me one time, evil has to exist so the universe will have a balance. And I asked him this question. So I'm going to leave it on a happy note. Yeah, I asked him this question. Does heaven have evil? Does heaven have evil? Like, is there evil in heaven? He goes, no. So why earth has to have evil so in order for the universe to have balance? I could never understand this logic behind this. If heaven doesn't have evil, why evil have to exist on earth? You know what I'm saying? I want to be in a place where there's no evil. You don't have to deal with this. You don't have to work if you don't want to. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to go through things, so you can say evil has to exist in order to have balance in the universe. That I find it very mind-boggling. I can never wrap my head around this. I can just never understand it. If any of you guys, target individual, know, explain to me in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree. I am always been someone who has, freedom of expression, freedom of thought. It's freedom to say or do whatever you want, as long as you're not harming anyone else. You know what I mean? I am okay with that. If your opinion does not align with my own, you don't have to have the same opinion. You can say Democrat and I can be Republican. It could be whatever. So if disagreeing with me actually is not going to get me pissed off. Trust me, I've never been that way. You can disagree with me, but have your logic. When I'm asking a question, have your logic to defend your opinion. Why? It's different. You understand? So other than that, hey, you can have a different opinion. You can have whatever. It doesn't harm me. It's not, because this is what God has given you and given us the right to choose. You have your freedom of these expressions or feelings or whatnot. We all doesn't have to align. You understand? That how God made us different. Who am I to come and take your freedom or your freedom of choice away because it doesn't align with my own? I'm not that kind of person. These are the thoughts of the enemy. The enemies are like that. They don't want you. If you're not really saying the right things, you're not thinking the same way they do, you're the enemy. You understand? Hey, I'm not going to start a war with God. God says we have the freedom. You have the freedom. God says you have the right to choose. You have the right to choose. You know what I'm saying? I would never start a war with God. He put the laws. You know what I'm saying? What I do, if I'm not harming anybody, who is on my own, if I do anything on my own, I'm not harming anybody. This is between me and God, not anybody else's to intervene. You understand? So nobody else has the right to come and breathe down my neck to tell me, oh, you're doing this right, you're doing this wrong. God's judge, not you. God didn't elect you to decide for people what's right, what's wrong. You see? Judgment, when you judge other people, judgment is a sin. Did you know that? I don't know if you know that. When you judge another human being for what they do, so for example, that person go and rape a woman, that if that person is not caught, God knows, God judge what he have done that person. You understand? If that person go drink alcohol, smoke drugs or whatever, do shit, excuse my French, but it's between that person and God. Nobody else has the right to judge that person. Judgment is a sin. You understand? You're not allowed to judge any other human beings. Think about yourself. As long as you're not harming anybody else. If you harm somebody else, yes, if you got caught, you go to jail. If you kill somebody, you got caught, you get hung, or you got, death penalty. All of that's judgments. Judgments done through legal system because, you've done somebody wrong. God said it. God allows that. When you do something wrong, and then you allow, God allow for the fair trial on earth to take place. You know what I'm saying? But what's happening to us target individuals? It's not fair. God knows. So God is acknowledging my feelings yesterday, telling me, your prayer will be answered. Only I don't want you to think your prayer will not be acknowledged. That's closure. That's what I want. I'm happy with that. Okay? No money. Don't pay me money. I want judgments. That's what I want. Okay? And that's what God is giving me, because I've been constantly praying from the heart. I'm just, giving it my all. I'm giving it my all to receive a fair trial. I'm in the high court of heaven. Okay? I suggest all of you guys